Hello, everyone. It is so good to see you this morning. So today I am going to read for you Second Corinthians, and I think I want to start with verse 5. It says, "But if someone, the one among you, who has not grieved me, but in part, that I may not overcharge you, sufficient to such a man is this punishment, which was inflicted of many. So that counterwise, you ought rather to forgive him and comfort him, lest perhaps such a one should be swallowed up with over much sorrow. Wherefore I beseech you that you would confirm your love towards him. For to this end also did I write, that I might know the proof of you, whether you be obedient in all things. To whom you forgive anything, I forgive also. For if I forgave anything, to whom I forgave it, for your sakes forgave it I. It is in the person of Jesus Christ. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." Now, as I was reading this, I was looking at the Amplified Version, and something stuck out. In verse 7 it says, "So instead of further rebuke, now you should rather turn and graciously forgive. Comfort and encourage him to keep him from being overwhelmed by an excessive sorrow and despair." And then he says, "I therefore beg you to reinstate him in your affection and assure him of your love for him." Now, when you go down further, it says to keep Satan from getting the advantage over us, for we are not ignorant of his wiles and his intent. I just want to encourage you on today that if you have something against someone or somebody's done something to you, caused you pain or inflicted some kind of discomfort, whatever the situation might be, I want you to learn today to forgive. It's not only for that person, but it's for yourself also. Because we are not ignorant. Like verse 11 says, we are not ignorant. We're not supposed to be ignorant of the devil's devices. So what we have to do is we have to remember that in all things, love conquers all. And that's an important key here. He says, I know he's caused you, the person has caused you pain, has inflicted you with some discomfort. Something has happened in your life, but he wants you to be reminded that today, instead of chastisement, instead of rebuking, instead of tearing down, today it's time to build up. Today it's trying to comfort them in your arms, to reinstate them back to your affections. Why? Because it's important for you as it is for them. Now listen to this part here. He says, so they won't be overwhelmed with sorrow, has excessive sorrow. Why? Because we're not ignorant to the devil's devices. We're not ignorant to the plan that he has for us. And what is that plan? To kill, steal, and to destroy. So today you have got to realize that whatever has gone on in the past, it is the past. He says there was a time. Now listen here. It says, for such a one, this condemnation, this criticism, this chewing up, this cutting up, this tearing down, this disapproval was by the majority, which the person has received, has been sufficient punishment, has been enough. Now listen to this. But instead of further rebuke, criticism, tearing down, disapproval, talking about, cutting up, and spitting out, condemning, reprimanding, instead of this, he said, now is the time. Now, a very important piece here. You should rather turn and graciously forgive and comfort and encourage him to keep him from becoming overwhelmed. A lot of times in our life, we get so caught up in our own emotional state and things that were done to us that we forget that that person can be so overcome with sorrow for what they have done that we forget to embrace them again. He's saying to embrace again, to forgive, to reinstate, Why? One, love conquers all. Secondly, so they won't become so overwhelmed with sorrow. And we are not ignorant to the enemy's devices. So let love conquer all in your life. Consider what has happened in the situation. We know we all have situations that might have happened. Today is the day. Now is the time. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.